Hello again, Sonia here, and I want to welcome you to Teach 208 Reading and Language Development. And just to give you a brief overview of what this course is about, it's all about literacy, um, and it's an introductory course. This is an introductory course. I expect that you are going to develop your identities as literacy teachers. We're all literacy teachers over the course of many years. But I want this course to be something that you dive into and really start to explore what literacy is, what it might look like in the classroom. So there are four kind of broad essential questions that we're going to consider. So first of all, what is literacy? And who are we, or who are you as literate individuals? And then what is text? And we're going to analyze what we mean by text and look at various different kinds of texts and materials. And then a really important thing is to look at what the relationship is between literacy practices and literacy theories. So this is not a how-to course, although I do think you will get a lot of learn a lot of new practices, and you'll critique different practices that are used in classrooms for teaching, reading, writing, speaking, listening, all of those things. But it's not a how-to class. I want you to come away with this class with a really strong understanding that there are many different theories of literacy and learning, and the ones that you draw on as teachers make a big difference for the practices that become available to your students. So if you narrowly define literacy, then you're only providing your students with kind of narrow experiences. Whereas if we define it much more broadly, and look at theories of literacy that define it much more broadly, then you are creating an environment where all of your students can participate, and where you can really draw on all of your students, their racial, their linguistic, their cultural, all of their differences, all of their abilities, and as special educators in particular, this is really important, that you think about your individual students, and so, like I said, it's not a how-to course, but you will learn a lot about different literacy practices. And then sort of the other essential question related to that we're looking at is, what does meaningful literacy teaching and learning look like in schools and in wider communities too? So those are some of the questions that you will be thinking about. And like I said, you're not going to learn everything in this course. This is an introductory course, but I want you to really start to interrogate what it means, what literacy means, what it means to you, what it means to your students, and how you can create literate environments in your classroom that promote broad participation for your students, that really support their reading and writing development, and that are places of joy for teaching and learning. Okay, so welcome to Teach 208.